Thank you. And now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for our next speaker. He is our guest of honor and is only my honor to be presenting His Excellency here on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome the Governor of Sindh, His Excellency, Mr. Imran Ismail.
Thank you so much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I would start with the comment made by Shahzad that he can see a lot of black suits but not beautiful faces. Shahzad, you should change your seat. Pakistan was on the rise in 1960s until end of the 1970s. And all the figures that everybody have been just quoting, sixth largest nation, fourth largest cotton growers, and we can go on. One wonders, then what stops Pakistan being the greatest nation in the world? You have copper, you have gold, you have gas, you have oil, you have cotton. You have everything here, but you're not growing. The growth is not seen. So let me address this issue for all the foreigners sitting here. Our airline, for instance, PIA, Pakistan International Airline, was airline of the year in 1972-73. Pakistan Steel Mill was one of the best steel producers in Southeast Asia. But then there was a sudden collapse. The airline went down. It's an airline where a lot of Pakistanis stopped flying with. The steel mill became a liability, and everything going right for Pakistan started going wrong. And all the responsibility comes down to the leadership that we chose in those times. Pakistan was badly struck by the corruption element. People started siphoning money from Pakistan. National Exchequer was being looted and plundered. And there was a struggle of corruption in Pakistan started. And we went through a very bad phase. And in that time, Pakistan went on to the war on terror. We were forced to go into the war on terror. It was not our war, never was. But because we were there, you don't get to choose your neighbors. The war was right across the border. And it had to be stopped there because the terror had to go through Pakistan to the world. So we were fighting the battle for peace for Pakistan, for the world. It was not for alone Pakistan. We lost 70,000 lives, or more than 70,000 people. We lost $250 billion in that war. And look where we are today. We are actually looking for a loan of $6 billion from IMF to get Pakistan economy back on track. So something terribly went wrong. The design was not good. The idea was not good. The support was not enough for a nation who was fighting war on terror, for a nation who was looking up to the world, for a nation who was on the rise, went down. And then, now here we are. The Prime Minister, who was not Prime Minister then, he was always against the war and was for the peace talks. And now the world has accepted this, that if there is a chance for peace, it has to be settled on the table. Although the talks have, I would call it a halt, a small halt, but I hope it will begin again soon. So these talks are very important for peace for the rest of the world also. And Pakistan is mediating these talks between Afghanistan and US. And we are glad that Pakistan was able to bring down all the major stakeholders on the table. Excuse me. So I hope these talks will resume soon. There was another disaster Pakistan faced for last 2 decades. I'm not trying to paint a black picture here, just bear me out and then I'll give you a bright picture also. That was a disaster where the highest revenue generating city in Pakistan, where you are today, is Karachi, was struck by terror. Not across the border, but from within. And we started fighting that out. When I was growing, I stopped looking at the foreigners visiting to Karachi. We used to hear that a lot of foreigners used to visit Karachi for holidays. There were coastal lines. There was life in Karachi, which we lost. But in the last 3 years, our security forces, rangers especially, police, they have worked so hard and so brilliantly. There's no example. It is second to none what they have done to Karachi. They have restored the peace of Karachi. Now we all can roam around freely like we used to hear about Karachi. So here, what we are offering here. Pakistan is one of the fastest growing economy in the world. As you have just seen the figures, I don't have to take you through the figures again. And I'm no economist either. But in my last trip to US, my dear friend Kamran Nasir has made me, I'm about an economist because he's taught me a few words, beautiful words, where you can imagine that, oh, this guy knows economics, but I don't. So all those figures speak for themselves. Invest in Pakistan, because this is the time when Pakistan is rising. This is the time when Pakistan has a government which is honest and dedicated for the country. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Khan, has a vision for Pakistan. He has been working hard where he is today to get there for the last 22 years. No shortcuts were taken. It was a long route. He worked very hard. He had a plan. He has people. He has energy to do it. And he's doing it. We are narrowing on the fiscal deficit. Pakistan has the port of Pakistan, be it Gwadar, be it Karachi Port Trust, be it Port Qasim. These ports are serving to the landlocked countries, and we can make the best use of it by CPAC. When we say CPAC, I see a lot of foreigners who are not Chinese. They get confused by this idea. Let me explain a bit what CPAC is to Pakistan and to the world. CPAC is a road to success. This is how we see it. We are connecting the world, and it is open for everyone in all the other countries to be part of it. Don't get confused by the name of China-Pakistan. Maybe we can call it something else if you don't like it. But this is a road which offers the world to come in and take part in it. You can take part in anything that you want. It's open. You can take part in manufacturing, you can take part in hoteling business, you can take part in tourism, you can take part in building, construction, the roads, whatever you want, it's open. Just step forward and see the opportunities that's knocking on the door. So we are, from these ports, we are connecting to the world. We are connecting to the new markets, emerging markets in the world. So this is the opportunity for all the investors who are looking around to invest. Pakistan is the place where you can easily come and invest. We have, I wish my chairman board of investment was here today to give his vision about it, but yesterday he was with me and the things he was telling me were very promising. The kind of ease of business Pakistan is offering, one window operation Pakistan is offering, you don't have to run from pillar to post. You just have to go to one place and everything else will be at your doorsteps. We are offering cheap labor. It's the cheapest labor in the region. We are offering I've told you about the ease of doing business. Key potential sectors in Pakistan are IT, and Fawad was just mentioning about the Deputy Prime Minister of Science and Technology. I would just let him know for his information that our president is heading artificial intelligence. So this is the focus of Pakistan, where we are. So Fawad, I don't see a slim chance of you becoming a Deputy Prime Minister soon. So pharma is a big opportunity in Pakistan. Martin Dow is sitting here. He can brief you more about it. I know a couple of my friends, they are doing roaring business in pharma in Pakistan. Well, Pakistan requires pharmaceutical raw material, which we were importing from India, and which we are not for obvious reasons. And we need to set up a pharmaceutical raw material producing company in Pakistan, which I can see can do a great business. Oil and gas, Pakistan is offering through our privatization sector. We are offering good companies. They're on the sale. You can come and join. Digital policy of 2018 is very impressive. All the IT companies must look into it. Global economical growth and Pakistan economic growth, we have all talked about it. Reforms and measures. Now I just told you about the two companies of Pakistan. It was just an example for PIA and Steel Mill. We are trying to revive these companies. PIA in last 1 year from heavy deficit has come to break even. And within 1 year, turning around PIA, which was in loss for 2 decades, is a tremendous job that has been done by the organization. The Prime Minister of Pakistan has introduced a program named Ehsaas, Feeling. And Ehsaas is offering what Pakistan has never offered to its people. It's offering health, it's offering home, housing, and in health sector, we're offering a health card, Insaf health card, which is very, very impressive and which is going to bring up an economic revolution boom in this sector, in health sector. Everyone who is earning is less than $1 a day is entitled to get a health card of 750,000 rupees for a year. Now imagine these people who have never gone to doctor, never purchased medicine, forget about seeing a hospital, have strength to go see a doctor, to purchase medicine, to go to the hospital. And by the way, this 750,000 rupees multiplies itself to double if the disease is terminal. So this is the first time Pakistan has offered the health card. Pakistan government, through a SAS program, are offering housing also. This is not free, but this is very, very affordable prices and affordable terms for the people who can't afford housing, because owning a house is a dream of a human being ever since is born. We have invested 160 billion in the tribal areas in FATA, and we are trying to bring them equivalent to all those